Number one, a lot of people think that constipation is not dangerous, and it absolutely is. I don't mean for this video to instill fear in you, but sometimes facts are facts. And if you don't sort out your constipation, it builds up into more deadly problems in the human body. I hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk about constipation. I've done videos before in the past in detail about constipation, why it happens, the overuse of laxatives and how it actually makes it worse over time. But today I want to talk about 2 or 3 simple things that you can introspect on and see if you have as part of your lifestyle to kind of sort this one problem that plagues millions of people around the world. Number one, a lot of people think that constipation is not dangerous, and it absolutely is. I don't mean for this video to instill fear in you, but sometimes facts are facts. And if you don't sort out your constipation, it builds up into more deadly problems in the human body. I mean, the best way to inspire you is, you know what your poop looks like, you know how your poop smells like. Imagine that poop staying in your system longer than needed. Whenever you have poop anywhere, it's going to ferment, there's going to be bacterial, fungal growths, there's going to be gas, there's going to be rotting and all of that stuff. That's happening in you if you keep poop in your system longer than required. Now, a lot of people have chronic constipation over the years. Some people have a laxative every day, and without a laxative, they can't pass a motion. You're still constipated because the point is you need something external, or you need something to cause dilation or the volume of your stools to push out a particular stool. You're still constipated. You have to address the root cause of the problem, which again comes down to lifestyle, purely lifestyle. There are some surgical procedures where after surgery there can be chronic constipation, and for that reason you may have to take certain medications. There are some treatments like chemotherapy that can cause constipation. For some patients, in some patients it causes extreme diarrhea, and you will have to take certain medications while you're on that treatment. But for most people it is purely lifestyle. It could be the lack of water. You're constantly dehydrated. It could be the overconsumption of processed foods. A lot of people think that more fiber means better stools. It isn't true. Fiber is important. There are a lot of people out there today saying you don't need fiber. Fiber's a myth. That's absolutely not true. It depends on the kind of diet that you're on. When you're on a carnivore diet, you can have a lot of meat and you can have vegetable at the side and it'll be enough. You don't really need more fiber. But for people who don't have meat in their diet and the source is fiber, it can help. Now, there's a disclaimer, because out there are a lot of people who just pick up words that, fiber's a myth, fiber's bad, fiber is causing problems. It's not for everyone. If you're a patient of colitis, if you're a patient with Crohn's, absolutely, fiber can make it worse. And there are kinds of fiber. There's soluble fiber, there's insoluble fiber. So sometimes I know a lot of people, because they're constipated, they try to increase fiber and they just start bloating up more. They have flatulence, smelly flatulence, and the constipation actually doesn't get sorted because fiber doesn't solve that problem alone. And there are some people who have chronic constipation, and by balancing and slowly increasing insoluble and soluble fiber to the right amounts, their constipation disappears. So it is untrue that fiber is not necessary. Fiber has a mechanical function in the human body, but you can also sort out your constipation by minimizing and keeping your fiber low if it doesn't suit you. Today, what I want to talk about is butyric acid. Butyric acid basically is the friend of your colon, your large intestine, where all the constipation issues start to begin. You can have a poor microbiome. Your microbiome and your gut health is responsible even for the formation of your stools. So if there's too much of bacterial fermentation happening in your gut, you could have flatulence, you could have bloating, you can have acidity, and you can have constipation. Butyric acid is a byproduct of when you digest pure ghee. Pure ghee, A2 in nature, pure, organic, chemical-free, also known as clarified butter, is very powerful because you see fat can also act as a laxative. In fact, fat is a more powerful laxative than fiber alone. Now, what's the best way to consume this? We have thousands of patients from around the world. Most of them sometimes have constipation. One of the simplest ways, a lot of people do prunes, a lot of people do soaked raisin, all of that is good. But if you're diabetic and you're having prunes first thing in the morning, you're spiking up your blood sugar levels. If you have a fatty liver, if you're obese, the excess fructose, which is found in dry fruits, will become your enemy. So you can't go wrong with fat first. Fat does not make you fat. The poor quality fats will make you metabolically sick. But when you have like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of pure ghee, this is dependent on your weight, on your height, and all of that. But you can't go wrong with anywhere between 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon unless you have other issues. Now, what you want to do is wake up in the morning, okay? You want to have a glass of warm water, not hot, not steaming hot, but warm that you can sip on. And then you want to take a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, 3/4 teaspoon, or a tablespoon of pure ghee. And you want to put that in water. You want to mix it, dissolve it. And then you want to slowly sit down, never stand, sit down and sip it. Okay? Better still, if you are able to sit in the squat position, also known as the malasana position. We've done demonstrations of what this particular position is. You sit down in the malasana position and sip that warm water with your fat in it slowly. You can have 1 glass of warm water with pure ghee. The second glass can be plain warm water. And then you stand up, and in most cases, you will feel like passing a motion. Now, there could be several other reasons for your constipation, like I said, from dehydration to so many other reasons. But try this if you're still struggling. A lot of other reasons why people have constipation is the lack of magnesium. And that's why sometimes in your regime of your food or your supplements that your doctors give you or your nutritionist, you will find magnesium-rich foods added because magnesium helps with dilation. And magnesium also can act as a very mild but healthy laxative. So you can have a magnesium citrate, or you could use magnesium citrate powder, or you can eat magnesium-rich foods. Of course, sometimes it's also corrected with a probiotic. Like I said, if you have SIBO or you have gut dysbiosis, a pre and a probiotic, also known as a symbiotic, which has the pre and the pro together. If the natural foods are not working for you, it can actually help you with your microbiome, which in turn helps you with a healthy stool formation. Vitamin B, B as in Bombay, B as in boy, 1. There's a whole spectrum of B vitamins. Vitamin B1, which is also known as thiamine. Thiamine is found in a lot of non-vegetarian foods, and it's also found in yogurt and sunflower seeds in small quantities. But if you start to take a vitamin B1 supplement, which is over the counter, it can be prescribed by your doctors or by your health professionals. Well, how does vitamin B1 work? It's very powerful for basically the churning movement in your colon. How does your colon push out poop? How does your food digest? There's a constant churning movement between your muscles of your food pipe, the muscles of your colon to push the stool out. So just imagine you have a pipe and you have something stuck in. Now you have a water force that pushes it out, or you can just press the pipe like your toothpaste tube, right? When your toothpaste tube is almost empty, you start to press from the bottom, and because of the pressing action, you can push the toothpaste out. Vitamin B1 deficiency will not allow for these particular muscles to contract and to relax. And that's why for people who have incomplete evacuation, you pass the stool, but you still feel uncomfortable. You've not passed out all of the stool. Vitamin B12 can make a big difference. Now, if you're on medication, like I mentioned, even if you're on iron supplements, sometimes iron can constipate you. So speak to your doctor so they can change the kind of iron supplements that they're giving you if you're highly constipated. Calcium as well. When a lot of people take calcium carbonate doesn't suit them. It can constipate you. So then your doctor will give you a different form of calcium that doesn't constipate you. And like I said, do not overdo it on fiber. More fiber can create more bloating. More fiber can actually create dysbiosis in your gut as well. And too little of it can also cause problems. So like I said, never put yourself into a box. Never look at what the world is doing. Look at what is right for your body type. Look at what is right for your lifestyle and make the changes. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you. And like I said, you may not have constipation, or you may have constipation. Even if you don't have constipation, and once in a way you really want to feel your bowels really passing everything out, just have this pure ghee and warm water, sit in a malasana position. And if you don't need it, it is still recommended that you sit in a malasana position every morning. Every morning I get out of bed and I move straight into a malasana position. And within the next 1 to 2 minutes, I automatically go to Pasa motion. You can try this. It's powerful because that asana really opens up everything to allow you. So the Indian toilet system works powerfully for constipation and bowel movement because that is the squat position that you use it in. So you may want to try these simple things and see how your overall bowel movement improves. Have a great day, everyone.